everyone, and welcome back to Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This is episode 22. Last time, we completed Act 2, and we're now in the epilogue. We fought the Paintress. And that was it. That's the episode. We fought the Paintress time and time again until we achieved victory. Definitely a challenging fight, just like Renoir, but really, really fun. Renoir gets a halfway full heal boost and then lion attack. The Paintress, you take her all the way down, second phase, full health. Brand new attacks. The giant Paintress, for lack of a better term, is also involved. And then there's a miserable third phase where you just finish her off. After going back home and celebrating, it just doesn't feel right. And as Verso reads a letter that reveals a truth about the Paintress and the Curator / Renoir, whatever the hell's going on there, he's the one that's taken out the people. The Paintress was sending us a warning this whole time, but with her out of the way, nothing could stop him from removing all obstacles in his path. Everyone was gommaged. Every single person back in Old Lumiere that we could see after that reunion was erased. How's that for victory? And now we are in the past. We have gone to the past around the time of, if I'm remembering correctly, Expedition... What was it? Did it say 47? I think. Yes, we are picking up where we left off. We've woken up. We're being called. We are Alicia now, as you can unfortunately see. That's our recap. We are in the manor. The music is weird. It's like reversed. It's strange. So it doesn't feel right here. But let's see what the game wants to tell us as we have entered the epilogue. This room. This is the room that we found Mael in with the Curator when we very first arrived to this place. This is where we found Mael. This was the open door.
Come along now. I'm in Renoir's atelier.
No image yet on the face. In Renoir's atelier. Ooh. Interesting. What do you make of that being like a painting within the manor, you know? Like, this is the really interesting part because there is this feeling of a painted world. Like, the 33 is there even, you know? That's just like painting the beats of this story when things happen. You know, that's the casino at the Gestural Village. Oh, the family's on the wall. There you go. There's your family. So there's your mother and father and 3 sons and the family dog. It's very interesting because this second sister is absent so far. It might be the woman that's calling to us right now. Not sure, because we haven't... There was another name that was mentioned when we were in the atelier, and that might be the mother's name now. And then the other name that we read in the note, which also starts with an A, could be her. It could be our sister. But it's that's a missing link to this group at the moment. We've gotten exposure to Renoir, Verso, and the mother, the Paintress. Oh, actually, we might get names here. Here we go. Verso. There will never be another family portrait, will there? You will always be missing. Ah. Okay. She can only mouth and just think the words because she's all burned up. So we're witnessing like the first destruction of the Sondra family is seemingly the loss of Verso. Which is not what we were thinking when we were first going in here. All we had to learn at the start was that it was Alicia getting horrifically maimed in a house fire. It seems that we may have lost Verso in that fire. There was a little bit of a shot where he's just like unscarred and holding out his hand in the flames. I'll need to see what's in that spot when we were in the manor the first time, because now I'm just like, what was there before?
Alicia, quit dawdling. End of the corridor, you know where it is.
Huh. Oh! Too busy looking at the paintings to see that we have a dog and there's a baby. Oh my god, it's Monoko and little Noko. Oh my god. Monoko the third. He seems so peaceful by the fire. It's... oh my god. The idea and concept that we're relating like gestrels to dogs is so fun for me, because the gestrels are just these cute, funny little guys. And then there's this like reincarnation aspect that gestrels have. They say they go through like a rebirth, right? Relate that to, we're going to do a Simpsons meme. You know, their cat Snowball, and their Snowball cat just keeps dying, and they just keep getting another one, and they just put a title, like, there's just so many snowballs. And that was the thing that we got from Monoko when he was talking about Noko will come back, but he won't be the same. And it's just talking about, like, getting a new dog to replace the old one. Little babies. Noko and Monoko the third. Now, I was looking at the paintings. I completely went by the dog, but there's our Esquier. There's our Goblu. That's the Goblu boss. Our family's artwork, the little one in the corner, is mine. The only one Maman deemed acceptable for the wall. That is crazy. The tiniest little one, which is the manor. That's the Gommage up there in the top left. No. Oh, and that's... is that like the manor house fire going on in the top right? Because what the hell? Such creative imaginations, these paintings. The little secret hole thing is still there. The manor is exactly the same as we remember it. I can play the piano here. Claire's harp and Maman's piano. Okay, Claire is our sister. There you go. Verso. I miss hearing you play. I miss all the silly songs you wrote for me. I love being able to play the theme and then actually like match it, because it's all based on input. So good. Instead, you can just go. But we played it as accurate as, potentially as accurate as possible there. It's interesting because a lot of these paintings might be locations and areas that we've yet to visit and bosses and characters and stuff like that. Like, there are lots of places on the world map we have yet to see. There is some familiar ones here, but a lot of uncharted territory that we have yet to experience on the world map. Whoa, there they are. Holy shit. So, we have yet to go into this room before. They got floating paintings in here. Huh. There's a visage. Holy shit. What the hell is going on there? Siren. Gorgeous. Oh, is this our third axon? The third axon that was, Verso said was unable to be reached. If this one is related to Verso, and this one related to maybe Mael in the form of, like, you know, she was thought the dancing was so familiar, and this one could be Clair, if the axons represent each of the kids. Damn, look at, like, the horse made up of bodies. There's so much to just take in visually. It's fucking fascinating. That's Clair Obscur, I think, that painting. They make sure you see them all. I was looking at them in my own time. Yeah, Clair Obscur, I think. It's a bad time to get something in my eye.
Finally. Our little shadow is awake.
Okay, our sister. Before I talk to you, dear sister. Ooh, Mael. Very interesting. So they're just frozen near this canvas that is just in motion. Double-sided canvas, which means it's a portal. Trying to see what I can get from all of the different paintings.
Our parents are quite the stubborn pair. They're still fighting each other inside the canvas.
Ooh. They're still fighting each other inside the canvas. Oh my god, okay.
He has her imprisoned at the top of the monolith, and she has him trapped beneath. It's a stalemate.
Oh my god, okay. They went inside the canvas. Okay. Oh, how? Did you see Verso?
You're as bad as Aline. He's not Verso. He's a painted copy built from our mother's memories. You do well to remember that.
Okay. There you go. So, Aline, Alicia, Claire, Renoir, and Verso. Our full family. A painted copy built from our mother's memories. I know that. I'm not a child.
Don't roll your eyes at me, sister dear. I know you're not a child, but you're not grown either. And too many in our family have lost all caution and sense of late.
I'm worried. They've been inside the canvas for so long.
They've spent longer than this in other canvases. It's not that dire.
In other canvases...
Yes, I know. Maman's been in there for quite a while already. And Renoir is wasting time in there, trying to help someone who doesn't want his help. We have more urgent matters to attend to.
Ooh. Return to prior choices. Conclude questions asking, can you help Maman? Can you help Papa? Can you help Maman? Even though it seems that Mama is the not so nice one to Alicia. But in the world of Clair Obscur Expedition 33, the hit new video game that we were playing, that world, you know, when we defeated the Paintress, she was protecting us.
Help her do what? Run away and hide? She's already succeeded there. Honestly, if Aline wants to numb herself in the canvas, then let her. Grief is no excuse. We're all grieving. She's a grown woman, and she was the head of the Painters' Council. She failed her responsibilities. I don't have time to coddle her. And before Verso died, she would have said the same.
Can you help Papa?
I already have. Aline is more skilled than Renoir, but I've tipped the scales in his favor. I have my pets in place. She who controls chroma controls the canvas. I can't take her chroma, but I can keep it from returning to her.
My pet's in place. So, the Lumina converter was like painted to tip scales in Renoir's favor against the Paintress, against Aline.
Yes, it's enough. It's just a matter of time. As she weakens, Renoir is able to erase her oldest creations. With the exception of her obscene fake family. She's made them immortal, but luckily, they're also quite useless. I need you to take care of yourself while I'm gone.
You're leaving.
Don't be naive. The world doesn't stop simply because our family is in mourning. The conflict is spreading, and there are things I must do if we Painters are to survive.
I want to help.
You will do nothing. You're too weak to do anything useful. You'd be a liability. The writers used you against us once before. They won't hesitate to use you again.
The Painters versus the writers? Oh my. And there's this painting council? What are we, like fucking painting gods, creating worlds through art?
And I can't promise that I'll make the same choice Verso made. Verso traded his life for yours. I both love and hate him for that. The damn fool. Although, if you really want to be useful, then enter the canvas and help Renoir. I need him back here sooner rather than later. I'll fight this war alone if I have to, but I'd really rather not.
So we have this situation where Papa and Mama so, like, grief-stricken that they're, like, grieving and getting their woes out in a painted world, in a canvas, just having a go of it. But outside of that reality, there's some sort of conflict going on, and Claire has had to step up and be like the caretaker almost of everything, and she's this unspoken character until now that we're being introduced to, this other part of the family. It's so interesting how, like, Act 1, Act 2, and now our epilogue are just like 3 majorly different set pieces, and it's amazing for that. Like, it's almost like a trilogy in itself, encapsulated in one game, which is so good.
Can you handle that? Lest you forget, the only reason those two are in there is because your naivety cost Verso his life. Good. Go to the canvas when you're ready. And repaint your throat when you're in there, before you completely forget how to have a conversation.
Repaint your throat.
Lest you forget. Good. And repaint your throat when you...
So does she paint herself to look like that Alicia that we know? And then are we going to start experiencing the game through Alicia's point of view? Like, whenever we've seen Alicia show up over the course of the game? I have no idea. Or something completely different. Verso's childhood canvas where we used to play. Where he painted Esquier and Monoko, his best friends. And where Maman and Papa now fight. Claire's right. It's my fault. I should help fix this. And I do want to fix this. I do. If I can. Verso would have. And it would be nice to talk and breathe again without pain. Without my face being... Not that that's the reason to do this. No, it's the right thing to do. After everything I've caused. Damn. So is Alicia painting Mael? And, like, brings Mael into existence?
If we bring Maman out of the canvas, she'll try to return. We must hide the canvas.
Well reasoned. And such a clever hiding spot you've chosen. She'll still find it, but I'm impressed. This only truly ends if you destroy the canvas. And that means stopping the final sliver of Verso's soul from painting.
Wow.
See? That wasn't so hard. Wait. That's Aline's chroma. Stay calm. Don't let it take control of you. Calm, Alicia, or it'll paint over you. What an auspicious start. Well, you're about to be reborn in this world as one of Aline's creations. Have fun. At least this will keep you out of trouble until I get back.
Huh. What the hell? Mael? Whoa. Whoa. Okay, reverse. Scratch that. No longer in the epilogue. Yep. The birth of Mael as one of Aline's creations.
She's a girl. She's a girl. She's beautiful. What a lovely voice. My love, did you decide on a name?
Yes. Oh, my darling girl. We have precious little time together. You'll never know us. But I want you to know that you are loved. I want you to know you're not alone. You will always be the beautiful child I held in my arms. You will smile the brightest smile. You will cry iridescent tears. You will know love, and you will know pain. You will know loss all too well, because we live in an unforgiving world. But you are strong, and you will survive. You will struggle, and you will learn. You'll find people to call your own, and you will shine as their guiding light. For you will change the world, and the people around you. You'll forever be our princess. I have decided on her name. And her name will be Mael.
And we learned the meaning of that name from Verso. That's a very beautiful name with a lot of meaning. What? Epilogue fake out, dude. Act 3, Mael. Oh, man. Not the epilogue fake out. Gustave, Verso, Mael, baby.
Alicia.
Actually, I prefer Mael.
I think I do too. But I'm not really Verso, and you're not really Mael, are you?
You're not Verso, no. You look and sound just like him, but you're you. I'm still Mael, though. You should have helped me remember.
Yeah, I wanted to, but I'm
sorry.
I'm sorry too. If I'd listened to Mama, if I hadn't trusted the writers, Verso would still be alive and you
Wouldn't exist.
wouldn't be caught in the middle. Mama did a terrible thing, painting you into Verso's campus, giving you his memories, pretending the fire only took me. But I'm glad you exist.
Your father was right to erase everyone is better this way.
Better for who? Verso would never have wanted his campus gone. He loved Esquier and his gestrels and Grandis.
It was killing our mother. Staying here so long in a make-believe world with her make-believe family.
It's not make-believe. It's not. You're not to me. Papa's here. He'll help me fix Lumiere.
Will he?
Maman painted a rather unflattering portrait of him. He's much warmer than the Renoir, you know.
I bet.
Oh my god. Painted power Pictos acquired. The power to deal more than 9,999 damage. Okay. Alright. The like I said, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, the way that these moments in the story reveal a curtain and there's this shift. And it's hard to adjust to at first because you think that you're playing through something and then it's something else. And then you think you're playing through that something else and it's another thing. And it's not bad at all. It's just like, whoa, I have to like now adjust to this new information. It's fucking fascinating that all of this real, genuine tragedy and sorrow and pain and heartbreak and like this gut-wrenching emotion and the generational trauma of these people in Lumiere, in this fracture, it's made up. Like, it's real, but it's not. It's like, it's this interesting concept of like a world and the gods that live above you, and there's this world that's been created by them, and they're having an argument, and everyone is suffering in this world as a result. This, like, destruction of this family, split apart by the loss of Verso, driving the parents into some sort of grief-stricken conflict, and we're seeing that in Verso's little childhood playground that he had just had best friends in and he was having a good time. And then now it's this war zone. And it's like Renoir's trying to like wipe the canvas clean. He's trying to like get rid of that and remove that memory, that painful memory in his life. And Maman is grief-stricken and holding on to it, desperately not wanting to let it go. And she becomes the paintress and puts up the barrier and is broadcasting the warning to these people. You know, maybe the people in the world can come and help, and they can and save. They can, you know, take out Renoir, which you know, through delusions. In her little delusional canvas, save the Verso and the world that she's created. She created an immortal mean Renoir and an immortal Verso, and also Alicia, as we've seen her in the game before. No Clair though, who's above all that, dealing with the writers. I love the idea of it, and I love that the pullback of the curtain as we get to these moments in the story, because we understand, or we think we understand, what's going on in the world, in this war of information, and then we can take this new information and try and fit that in and really process what the hell is going on here. I just think it's fucking fantastic. It's so, what's the word that I'm looking for? Very much the complete opposite of, you know, something that's like a generic story. And when something is predictable and tropey, you know, this is so good. This game is like a mold breaker of a video game and a story and a journey, and I fucking adore it. I love that we get a different focus through the eyes of a different character in each of these acts as well. And now we'll have to really just sit here and find out what happens in Act 3 as Papa is here. He's apparently quite nice. Not the Renoir that we've eliminated. Now, in relation to this, the Paintress that has been defeated, it seems as though Maman might now be thrown out of the canvas. Like, get out, you know, go face the real world. But I think Renoir's still in here. So I think I guess for lack of a better term, the avatars of who inhabits this world. Renoir is the curator and Aline is the paintress. And the curator is still here. Maëlle has recovered her memories as a paintress. Maëlle now has access to new skills, and we got the grey hair unlock. Esquier's here, and it's Verso and Maëlle, and Lune, Ciel, Minoko, gone. No Ciel and no Lune. Well, we got a little bit of a romantic moment between Ciel and Verso before that was taken away. Wow, what do we have in the wardrobe? Do I have grey hair forever? Oh, no, I don't. I can change it back to red if you so wish, but here's your real Maëlle. Now, here's something else to think about, is Maëlle was entered the canvas and then panicked, and then Aline's chroma shaped her into something else. And the real Maëlle is like pale white, like the white Nevrons. And she was born, she was a life that was birthed into this world and grew up. I think Verso and Renoir, I don't know if they had the same experience being painted into this world where they grew up and then became immortal at a certain point, or whether they just exist as they are now with those false memories implanted and then this whole sort of thing occurs. I don't know. It's very interesting to think about the origins of this. Also, just like the casual mention, because I think Sandfall have mentioned that Clair Obscur is like an overarching series in their minds. Like they can see this being a world to build on. Expedition 33 is just one story. And considering this is done so incredibly well, this whole, you know, seemingly throwaway line, very casual, oh, sometimes they do stuff in other canvases. It's going to be other stories, other worlds. And they can go in a completely different direction with our understanding of, you know, the painters and the writers. What are they doing? The writers is the Alan Wake. That's the Remedyverse, guys. Clair Obscur from Sandfall is the painters, and Remedy's Alan Wake and Control. That's the writers. Shared universe. I can't wait for the crossover. God damn. I'm going to keep wearing Renoir's suit and the Gestro hair. No, I'm kidding. What a combo. And now we're in Lumiere. Beautiful night sky, and God, it's just so weird to be back in Lumiere under wildly different circumstances.
Your father was the one erasing everyone. Why would he help repaint everything?
I hid the canvas before I entered, so Maman can't come back again. There's no need to erase the canvas anymore.
He'll want you to go home.
I'm not at risk like Mama. I haven't been in this canvas that long. Besides, Papa has a soft spot for me. He'll listen.
Very interesting. I almost kind of feel like Mayo's little chat icon there should update to her current one. So hiding the canvas, paintress Maman kicked out, can't come back in, and that was like a motivation for Renoir to even go in there, was to be like, stop these delusions and creating false versions of your family. Okay. And now we'll go approach our curator, our papa that has a soft spot for us, and say, hey, do me this solid, will you? Dear Dad? He's got the paintbrush. What a crazy form that they appear in this world, huh?
Papa.
Alicia. You're safe. I thought I told you to stay home.
Technically, my body's at home.
Some of Eline's finest work. I regret that it caused you so much pain. What Eline did was unfair to you most of all. Please, accept the Descendre family's apologies. I know it seems absurd to offer oblivion as recompense, but perhaps that's the outcome we both desire.
What?
I'm proud of you. Getting your mother out of the canvas was not easy. Once we erase the canvas, we won't have to worry anymore.
She's home now. Why?
You know your mother. Verso painted this canvas. It contains a piece of his soul. She'll never willingly part with it.
No.
For the sake of the living, we must part with the dead.
No, Papa. See, I hid the
She
canvas.
will always find it. This is our only opportunity, while she's too sick from her prolonged descent into the canvas to return.
No. Papa. Papa, please. This is Verso's only canvas. You can't destroy the last piece of him that we have. This is my home now. You can't just decide...
Your home? After all that with your mother, you want to stay?
You know how little remains of my life outside.
Alicia, you'll die. You've already been here longer than you should.
But...
No. Look at me, I said no. I am not letting my daughter risk her life. Alicia.
No, Mum. I'm not going to lose myself if I stay.
I know full well you will, and I am not doing this again!
No! What are you...
It's time to go home.
my god, dude. It's just so amazing. Wow. She said, I can see them. She's painting. So red is Renoir's chroma, and white is Aline's. She can use that power. She's used the power to save Verso just then. Like, reversed his gommage that Renoir was trying to do.
I did it so easily. What am I doing wrong?
Don't be discouraged. It's only been a day since you remembered your painter's side.
We believe in you.
Remember them. Painting isn't about verisimilitude, it's about essence. Truth of who they are. Your father made the axles, right?
She who plays with wonder, he who guards truth with lies.
They're the essence of your mother and your brother.
I see. Yeah, so Seren was the mother. Oh my god. Oh my god.
How did we got marched? My arm, your hair.
We have much to talk about.
So you were her daughter? And you were a paintress too?
So cool, right?
And you knew this whole time! You fucking coward! You betrayed us! We trusted you!
You can bring them back too. Yeah? Everyone we've lost.
Yeah, but I need chroma and Papa controls all the chroma in the canvas.
No. Not all of it. The expeditioners. The ones killed by Nevrons. Gustave noticed their chroma remains in their bodies. They never dissipated, like the gommage.
It's sold chroma and not pure. It won't be like bringing the two of you back, but we could use it in other ways.
Time for the greatest expedition in history.
Damn. Wow. Getting the chroma, tainted chroma in previous expeditioners' bodies. And then being able to use that against Renoir. Very interesting. Like, Lune and Ciel's recent gommage, and maybe everyone else in Lumiere, like, she was able to get a little bit of it for herself and use that. Will it be possible to bring back absolutely everyone? Probably not. Maybe the people that have been gommaged and lost in the previous year, who knows? It's a lot to think about, like the logistics of it all. There's a lot of new information for us to learn and process, you know? How the hell does it all work? Lune and Ciel are back with us. we have our party. Minoko jumping on SK's back, being like, get out of here. And we're fighting for this world. Mael wants to live here because in the real world, she's a burn victim. You know? She's like, there's nothing for me going on out there. In this world, I have a life and I have friends and this is where I want to be. Even if it's so interesting because you could look at it as it's this sense of like, it's a delusional fantasy. It's not the real world. But for a lot of people, the real world is really hard for them. And there's a lot of escapes that people have to cope and deal and process with that. The world of video games being one of those, you know, that's something that people do. They play their video games or they read their books and watch their movies and they fall into these worlds. And this is a game, this is a story where that is an actual part of it. Aline has been here for like 67 years doing this whole thing. Mael's only been here for, you know, less than a quarter of that. I think if she wants to stay in Versus Canvas, she should stay, but Renoir's obviously, he's that very adamant in the sense that we should wipe the slate clean. We have to move on from our past. This is our tiny little sliver of Verso's soul that remains. Such a tragic existence for this character who never asked to exist, you know? It forcefully willed into this place by a grieving mother. Lot to think about, but we're all back at camp. Will we get little Noko back? Who knows? Seems like now that we have the ability for SK to fly with Sori, we don't have a diving rock yet, but we will be exploring the world map once more, presumably going back through these old expeditioners, getting their chroma and using that for something. I really am curious about the white Nevrons as well, if we're revisiting areas. What that'll mean for us. Those poor kids that we've been writing all this time in the journal for, and all these other journals we found, there's still more for us to discover. Are we even going to write in the journal anymore? I think we dropped it on the floor in Lumiere, so I don't know if that's got to be a thing anymore.
Lune.
I was right not to trust you.
And what would you have done in my position?
I wouldn't have betrayed my expedition. I would have warned them that everyone they cared about was about to be erased. That they were about to be erased. I would have told them the truth. Because after everything we've been through, we deserved that.
So you choose your expedition over your mother?
That's your problem. You think in false dichotomies. It wasn't an either-or situation. Other solutions were possible if you'd only trusted us enough to ask.
Knowing what you know now, would you have helped me force my mother out of the canvas? I don't apologize for saving her, but I am sorry I broke your trust. And I will do everything I can to help bring everyone back.
I guess we'll see.
Having Lune wearing Seren's outfit now feels almost a little wrong. Wee. Yeah, and that hair, just like the paintress's hair, all wild and crazy. Let's change the fit up a bit. We'll just go back to the OG. Why not? Go back to the OG. No spending time together. Just, I guess we'll see.
Oh, everyone's mad at you.
Are you?
Iski can be sad, or bad, or even rad, but never, ever mad. Bad things happen when we get mad.
Oh, I know.
But I can never be mad at you. Eski can be bad thing.
Save it. I don't need your mea culpa. You did what you felt you had to. Of course, you were wrong. But, oh well.
I thought you'd be more upset.
I was. I got over it. Everything I knew about our world is wrong. And you know what? I don't care. 'Cause death isn't death anymore. And that means I can see my husband again.
CL.
Oh, please. I'd sacrifice you in a heartbeat to get him back. So, I understand. We're good.
Thank you.
As long as you help me bring Pierre back. You owe me.
You got it.
Damn, so it may actually be possible. I mean, we can hope to bring everyone back. Everyone who's previously been gommaged by using that chroma can maybe restore the world. It will be really interesting, though, because are we bringing back people as they were when they died? When they were gommaged or when they died or all sorts? Because, Pierre didn't gommage, he died. So that's a little different, right? Do we bring them back as they would be if they had never died or never gommaged? Is Pierre even possible because he died in a different way? Who knows? I mean, I guess anything is possible in that sense that you can paint people with the memories of who they were, right? You know, you have to think about them, you have to know them. It's going to be really tough. I don't know if that's going to be possible. But yeah, makes the whole little casual fling going on between Verso and CL there very rocky as well. I'd sacrifice you in a heartbeat to bring back my husband, by the way.
As long as you help me bring Pierre back.
You got it.
Okay, well, we'll see if that's possible. Ooh. There's no curator to level up our weapons anymore. How do we do that? How do we level up our how do we level up our weapons? That's a good question.
Not to say I told you so, but I do believe that I did, in fact, tell you so.
Thanks, Monoko.
Thanks for the support.
Was it worth it? What will you do now?
I'll do my best to earn their trust back.
Quite a steep hill to climb. Not to say
I told you so, he says. Mael in Mael's spot. Gotta find 4 more lost Gestrels out there somewhere.
We have to push Papa out of the canvas before he erases everything.
I'm surprised he hasn't already.
He's been weakened by his battle with Maman. That's probably why he hasn't come after us. But it won't stop him for long.
If you and your father keep fighting, you risk breaking the world again. Another fracture, but this time, it might be you trapped inside the monolith.
Another fracture.
What's the alternative?
Maybe you should go home.
Verso.
You're fighting each other, but you're all doing the same thing.
No.
Eileen wants her son back. Renoir wants you and Eileen back. You want Gustave back. The cycle we needed to break wasn't the gommage. It's your family's cycle of grief. Our whole world carries the burden of your family's grief.
Bang. That's it. This whole world has been created. There's the burden of your family's grief. What a line. And that's like breaking this generational cycle of grief. Is that even possible? Can Maëlle just leave and move on? But then she has to live with that life. Check up on the others. But we also have writing in the journal. So it seems we did pick up that journal after all, and we've kept that. Right in the journal of Gustave's apprentices who have been gommaged. She writes about everything. The painters, Aline, Renoir. So no matter what happens, the truth will be written somewhere. She is sure that when she brings the apprentices back, they will want to read this story. Damn. That being the tagline of Create the Greatest Expedition in History is so fun. Let's check up on the others.
Nice hair.
Oh yeah. That.
I can't believe there's another world out there. A world I'll never get to see.
I'm sorry. I didn't... My memories... I would have told you if I'd known.
Don't apologize. You were trapped too. You lived among us. You're one of us. Even if you're also one of them.
It's so weird. I have memories of 2 childhoods, 2 homes, 2 Lumiere.
You're not an orphan anymore. You just found your family. Don't you want to be with them?
I love my family, but they're all gone. In one way or another. And you're my family too. So are Gustave and Emma. And I didn't see it at the time. All the families who took turns taking care of me.
Maya. This is a lot to take in.
Yeah. But for the first time in a long time, I have hope.
Create the greatest expedition in history.
Clair obscur, trouble, rature, clair obscur, guardé aux peintures.
Oh, nice. Okay. I thought I'd have to go through this and go through these areas. They're just doing it in a cutscene. That's okay. That saves us the journey. That does indeed save us the journey, doesn't it? Kuruma salvaging montage in all of the areas. Wow, even to, like, this place. The area that I jumped into and went, oh, we'll come back later.
obscur dans les hauts peintures trouveras sans elle. Clair obscur, trouble de rature, courbera et fleurs. Clair obscur dans les hauts peintures trouveras sans elle.
My little chroma expedition. Wow. Esquier ability unlocked. Fly with Swarry. Expedition 33 final objective. Head back to Lumiere and expel Renoir from the canvas. Wow, and we start off at this location on the world map. Wow. Okay. So returning where it all started. Incredible. And now we have flying. And we can fly up. Oh my god, we can fly up. Yes, we can. Oh. Whoa. And then we can also fly down if we want. I'm just still going up. Look at this beautiful canvas world. And there's Lumiere. And this is me going as high as I can to see how much of the world I can render. Now, I could make this look better than it is, guys. Hold on. I'll make this look better than it is. Bear with me a second. Turn up that global illumination and that post-processing. And there you go, guys. It's blurred now, so it doesn't look like as much of a problem from a distance. Look at this, though. This thing's crazy. This giant tower. But there you go. I kind of intentionally turned down the those effects so I could see a little more. We got Aurora Borealis over here. We got dive spots that we can see from up above. God, look at that. Love that we can just fly now. We can go and see all of these other Nevrons. We can go out and reach all of these locations that we weren't able to get to before. There's like the giant Nevron in the sky there. This is Act 3. The world has almost entirely opened up to us. There is, of course, a diving thing that we haven't unlocked yet. But that's very cool. We have stuff. Turn that down so I can see. Now look at this. This is what we saw in the painting. Look at that. That's the little casino symbol. That is from the Manor painting. Not the Gestural Village, but it's the same concept. It's a game club. How interesting. We'll have to go back to the Gestural Village and see what they think about Monoko. A lot for us to check out now. I think this is the part of the game where I think even
Flashing through the sky.
even now we probably don't want to be doing everything that's optional.
Hang on tight.
Oh, I can't fly into this tower. We can just take an interesting look at it.
Flashing through the sky.
This is as high up as we can go.
Flashing through the sky.
Whoa! Oh, the boundaries of the world there. There you go. First thing you always got to do when you unlock flight: test your limits and your boundaries, and see all of these wonderful and beautiful areas. I think what I would like to do is probably start at the start and then just go through the world map and see what we can find. There's probably going to be a lot of stuff that is, not full areas, but getting items, or it'll be a boss fight or something. But we've gone through quite a lot of hardships together, haven't we? think we're ready to approach some of those previous fights that kicked our ass. I wonder if that third Axon exists. Like if it can be discovered, if it's like a secret boss or something in this world. Oh wow, hang on a minute. Is there a gestural here? Dark Gestural Arena. Ooh, what? Dark Gestural Arena. Because if you remember on the map, there's this little gestural icon right here. And I was like, I never could find that gestural. But I can destroy this now, can't I? If we do this and we go, yeah. We can destroy this stuff.
Useful.
Nice. Okay, well, we have entered Act 3. We have had a bit of a camp debrief. We witnessed Alicia's epilogue. And now we are in Act 3 properly. And that is what we are going to be doing next time. We will bring this episode of Expedition 33 to a close with the beginning of Act 3. But we have a lot to look forward to. Basically, we're going to go back through these earlier areas, see what's going on over here, up here, around there. The whole world is now opened up to us. Now we just need to wait and find the dive stone for the ocean to also be available to us and see what's there. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Expedition 33. I hope you have enjoyed this very illuminating part of the story and will join me next time for Act 3. I will see you then.